He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall with a professional record of 1 win and 1 loss with 1 knockout. He is trained by Eric McGuire, fighting out of A Square Fight Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Rafael Gramajo!
The good thing about fights like this, Mick, when you see the featherweights, you know you're going to get a lot of action.
And now,
yep, absolutely.
Corner. He stands 6 inches tall with a win record of 1 and 3. He is trained by Lamar Wright, fighting out of Toledo, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, Micah Branch!
Well, I think that Micah Branch is a little taller than 6 inches.
Yeah,
yes.
he would be taller than 6 inch high private eye.
Also want to establish the baseline. Anything below that.
Referee tonight is Gary Wolf.
Gary Wolf with our first, reffing our first bout here tonight. As the fighters go to their respective corners. Branch fighting out of the red corner and Gramajo fighting out of the blue corner.
Tonight's officials be Ken Wildman, Ken Booker, and Rick Navarre. That's
things opening up early here as Branch going to the attack early. Now trying to respond. There's Gramajo with a couple of lefts. Kind of feeling each other out here early.
Like Branch is trying to take the fight to him. He's really trying to come out of the chute really fast and really dictate the pace of the fight. Gramajo is content with just covering up right now, and I think just trying to feel out and see what his opponent has.
Let go of the wild right there that just missed. Branch establishing himself early here as he's been throwing some combinations. Another big right there by Gramajo misses.
Everything's working off the jab, and Branch is trying to continue that jab. Gramajo seems to be a tad off balance early on, and I don't know if it's the jab that Branch is just sticking out there that's really keeping him off balance.
Early action here in this first round of our first fight of the night here on the Toledo Sports Network. Branch
just missed with the straight right over the top.
Tried an uppercut there too, and
again the jab, and there's a straight right hand again that scores.
I was going to say that right now, it's just points right now that our Branch is picking up.
Well, Branch has been the aggressor, and this is a nice hook as he doubles up on the hook, triples up on the left hook. 3 nice sharp left hooks being scored by Gramajo.
Gramajo with a good outburst there as Branch, to his credit, able to defend himself nicely.
Would you like to see him dip right now and be a little bit more busy on the offensive side? You can't continue to move straight back, Mick, because he's going to get caught.
Left by Gramajo, answered by a right from Branch. Opening bout here. We're going to have a 4-round matchup here.
Nice hook right there.
Couple of quick lefts there by Gramajo.
Gramajo just walking down his opponent.
Oh, a nice stiff one there, and now here's Branch looking to try and answer.
Straight right hand that scored nicely over the low left hand.
Wild
Gramajo.
left, but then Gramajo scores to the body. Now the action's starting to pick up definitely. It looks like a mouse starting to develop under Gramajo's left eye. Coming up to the end of the round here. Another big shot there, and now you can't hear the bell very loud as both fighters return to their corners, but what action in that latter part of the first round. How did you score it?
Well, I tell you what I liked early on, I liked the work that Micah Branch did early on, but starting with as Gramajo tripled up on the left hook, he really started to take the fight to Micah Branch, and he landed the most telling of the punches. So it depends on what you like. Do you like the aggressiveness of Branch, or do you like the harder punches right there? You see some of the action right there, the jab being dictated by Branch. But I tell you what, Gramajo did a great job at finishing that round. Thus, I'm giving him the 10-9 on that. So I have it scored right now. First round goes to Gramajo, being that he scored the heavier punches.
Absolutely. Well, 3 more rounds to go or less. The way they were going at the latter part of that opening round, that definitely got this crowd excited. This crowd wants to see some action.
Well, you know, and that's why you put the lighter weights first, because you're going to get the action and you get the crowd into it, and you get the electricity within the building. Because this, I mean, fight fans are out to see just this, a great show.
Great crowd out here at the Grand Plaza to see round 2 here between Gramajo and Branch. Branch starting out with some jabs, short jabs. Kind of a carbon copy of the opening moments of the first round.
Well, Branch has to Branch has to continue to allow that jab to work for him. When he lets up off the jab, he allows Gramajo to get busy, and he's more than willing to put in the work.
Again, another left there by Gramajo. First one missed, but the second one scored. Now they go again. Branch appearing to be more methodical, Steve. He appears to be just more trying to remain steady with his jab.
Well, he's trying to, you know, base everything off the jab, but the one thing I don't like, Mik, is how he continues to move straight back, and when he moves straight back, he's right in punching range. If you notice, that's when Gramajo starts to get busy. What I like to see him do is step either left to the right if he's going to just continue to circle. Instead of, if you're going to get out of that, you need to continue to circle.
Now they start to mix it up. Here's Branch. The combination now answering back is Gramajo. Both going to the body. And great scoring there by Gramajo. The right hand that caught Gramajo thrown by Branch, and again, they each throwing shots here and connecting, not heaviest of shots, but still connecting and scoring.
Nice body work right there by Branch. But again, the heavier punches being scored by Gramajo, but Branch willing to mix it up with him on the inside.
Oh, he went in between with the uppercut. And now he goes back to the jab. Right now, Branch able to get a couple of shots in there. Again, under that left eye, Steve.
You're starting to see a mouth start to grow right there up under his eye. But again, you know, both fighters willing to trade heavy shots up in the middle.
Winding down round 2 of 4. And now again, they both connect. Gramajo taking a couple of shots there, looking to answer, but does not connect. Branch.
Now you see that time how Branch circled out of that, Mik, instead of going straight back.
Gramajo just caught him at the top of the head, but that was it.
Much better round for Branch. Much better round. Much better round. Left hook scores.
Both fighters moving in. And the referee breaks him up as we have the end of round 2.
Much better round for Micah Branch. Starting to dictate everything off of the jab. Everything worked off to the jab. I like how he started to punch more so in combinations, Mik. And that way he was starting to really keep his opponent off balance. That you could start to see the wheels turn a little bit in the brain, in the head of Gramajo. You see some of the work. Everything dictates off that jab. Look at him. Side step to the side. Just little baby steps to the side. But when he gets in trouble, I like how he circles out of there. Look at the left hook right there that scores. Comes with the right hand over the top, and then he doubles up on the left hook again. But much better round right there. Much more action instead of throwing one punch. We saw in the first round, he would jab and he'd throw one punch. Here, he was more willing to throw punches and bunches. And a guy like Gramajo, against a guy like that, you have to let your hands fly.
Well, you look at more action here is Gramajo. You can see that left eye a little bit red, and he took one right there, right on the nose. And that's why I think that Branch got that round.
Yeah, this here fight's even in my eyes.
I agree with you there.
19 all.
Round 3 underway. Couple of nice lefts there by Gramajo.
Heavy lumber being thrown right there by Gramajo.
Branch just responding with jabs. Got a nice left in there again.
Just short over with the overhand right. Nice uppercut. Covers up nicely on the inside.
Branch. Ooh.
Got to keep that right hand high, or you'll eat a left hook.
Again, Branch just returning to the jab. Now he goes to the body.
Excellent hook over the top as he finished it. 3-punch combination.
Branch right now just easy shots to the body. Gramajo looking to throw some thunder and got a good left in there. Another one.
Gramajo started to load up the bases right there as he went to both sides of the body, tried to get that hand to drop a little bit. He's starting to sit down on his punches a little bit more.
Big left hook attempted there by Branch and missed.
Pace starting to slow down just a little bit.
Now a couple of good combinations there by Gramajo.
Gramajo lands a nice hook. And Gramajo getting the best of that exchange.
Branch trying to answer, not really in Gramajo's reach. Now they clinch and they fight out of it.
Gary Wolf making them fight out of it, not breaking it up.
A couple of great shots thrown there by Gramajo. Branch took one right there and looking to answer.
Tell you what, when it turns into a free-for-all like this, the advantage goes to Gramajo. I think more of a tactical fight that's more so in Branch. Branch is just throwing haymakers right now.
Yep, and now great shot there by Branch, but Gramajo had a couple of bombs in there himself. Fans are excited about this one.
That tells me that a shot by Gramajo definitely got Branch's attention because he's starting to sit down on his punches.
Branch trying to get inside, but Gramajo let go with the right, now a left. Again, they continue to mix it up here as we're close to the end of round 3.
And you gotta like the work that Gramajo has put in this round.
And the bell.
Fight to the finish. Gramajo, a little bit of blood coming from the nose, but I tell you what, he knows that he fought a good round right there, and that's a 10-9 round in Gramajo's bank.
Well, we've got one more round of boxing to come. You take a look right here. Gramajo caught that right uppercut. He hit Branch with that right uppercut.
Well, Mick, what he's turned this into is a street fight. All of the tactical fight plan is out of the window right now. And Micah Branch has fallen into the trap that is set by Rafael Gramajo. Gramajo don't want anything to do with boxing. He wants to fight. And you see right here, he's really turned into a fight. Look at him, punches and bunches right there as he continues to throw blows. Body shots, body shots. You see him coming from every angle right there as he backs up his opponent. This fares better for Gramajo if he turns this into a street fight, exactly what he's done. And I have him ahead right now, 29-28.
The bell sounds the start of the 4th and final round here in this featherweight matchup between Rafael Gramajo and Micah Branch. Now they start again early at attacking each other. Another nice shot there by Gramajo. Branch knows he has to mix it up here in this final round, but he's not connecting.
Nice defense. Good display by Gramajo.
Again, as they reach for it.
Branch just short on all of his punches. He's got to get a little bit closer, Mik. You know, but what's stopping him from getting closer is the hard punches that is being delivered by Gramajo.
There, Branch got a left in. Well, Gramajo answers. Just missed with a big right. Left to the body there by Gramajo. Now Branch trying to move inside and tie him up. Gramajo letting the leather fly.
He fights him off.
Oh, big right in there.
Right hand.
Again, Branch getting tagged here. Again, a couple of great shots by Gramajo.
Right now, Gramajo is just totally outworking Micah Branch.
Branch with the combo and misses. Now, what's interesting is the fact that Branch is the taller boxer.
Well, you know what? And what I get from watching this fight, Gramajo is the harder puncher of the two. And he's definitely got Branch's attention because Branch isn't so apt to want to go in there and trade punches with him. Nice jab from the outside.
Yeah, you can see Branch's head snap back. Up on the ropes. Referee Gary Wolf wants him to fight it through.
Less than a minute to go here in this fourth and final round.
Again, they're up on the ropes, and Gramajo continues to score almost at will. Branch almost got a right hand in there, just missed. Now he gets a couple of shots in.
He's gonna have to turn it up.
Fans are very vocal and excited here in this opening matchup. Branch trying to let it fly, got a right in there. Now he swings again and misses.
Oh, nice
good
turn
left
right there. You see how he turned his opponent as he spun and really got him in punching range. He's doing a great job. And just, you see the defense right there.
And the bell sounds to end the match. A great bout here. Great opening bout between Rafael Gramajo and Micah Branch. How do you score this fight, Steve?
I've got this one 39-37, Rafael Gramajo.
Tell you what, this is
quite frankly, Gramajo just outworked his opponent. And you see it right here. You see the work that he's putting in. Watch him. Look at the punches going. Even when he gets hit, he answers right away. And you see Branch just a little short on everything that he throws. Look at that uppercut. Too out. You can't land an uppercut from that far out. You have to work your way in before you try to land a punch of that magnitude.
Well, the referee Gary Wolf calling the two fighters to...
Ladies and gentlemen, your first bout of the night. Make some noise, a big warm round of applause out there. Your fight for the evening. Scorecard from Judge Wildman, 38-38. Judge Navarre, 39-37. Judge Booker, 38-38.
A draw.
Which ends in a majority draw. Your first bout of the night, a majority draw.
Well,
yeah, I had it 39-37. I thought the explosiveness of Gramajo, I thought he was a much more busier fighter. I thought he landed the most shots. Micah Branch did a great job early on, really dictating the pace of the fight. But I thought that Gramajo was the guy who really put the cheese on the cracker, so to speak. I thought he was the guy. But I guess Branch will be glad to get out of here with the draw.
Absolutely. Well, we've got one bout in the books. Coming up next, we got super welterweight action featuring Mitchell Molina and Anthony Kelly here on the Toledo Sports Network.